Okay, so I'm gonna try to get out of here and go for a walk after this and see about a place for a job. And so I just, I'm not, I'm crying a little bit. It's okay, but that's a healthy thing. And so the women have terrorized me at everywhere because they don't want me to cry. And they force medication on me. It's so evil. So you know, all women, all women need to be, you know, cuffed out and arrested and their homes raided and put in their county jails. And but it's not going to happen because, for example, Donald Trump, he must call the police as my ex-husband did to me. I've said this already. My husband did the ex-husband did the right thing. I was terrorized by my sister Vicky McCrone and Kelly Lynch and Mary Charlotte McCrone and Reese McCrone and Estelle Bonchak and Erica Schmidt and all the California cunts. And it's like, and famous. I don't watch a lot of movies and listen to a lot of music because they're all just such loser whores, and they just keep doing whatever they want, and they keep getting away with their crimes. My sister did horrible things to David O'Neill, and she thought it was funny. She thought it was funny, and she would bother me and call me when, you know, like when I was breastfeeding my sons and taking care of my sons and they were little, and she would tell me what she was doing. Illegal stuff, very bad stuff. She threw a phone at his head. She could have killed him. Then she threw him out of the house in Gates Mills on 2010 Woodstock. And he paid off the house and she owns the house. And I'm dealing with termites, and it's okay. But you know, nobody's gonna call the police on her. Nobody's gonna do it. Because the one who should do it would be, it's too late. So she can just do, she has the house, she got everything. And so I was thrown out. My attorney said you didn't want to get divorced, and no, I didn't want to get divorced from him. Um, I didn't want to get divorced from Jay Tebow, but he was just, he didn't want to have a baby with me because his mother Janet is a whore. She's a treasonist in Costa Rica, Janet Howyer or something. And so and Jill Tebow is a terrible person, and Nicole Tebow are terrible women. They should go to their county jails. But Jay or Jim Tebow, they have to be the ones to call the police and have them arrested and have the homes, you know. But so these men are not going to do it because they don't have the strength. They don't have, I don't mean to be rude. They don't, I'm not going to say they don't have, I'm not going to be rude. They need to do it as mine did to me, my second one. So and whatever, you know, Estelle Bonchek is retired, but she's been just, she's a terrible person at Walden Country Club. I think the address is like 515 Concord Circle or something. So my ex-husband, or either one, I can say Larry Bonchek. Larry Bonchek, she fucked, Estelle Bonchek fucked some other guy, and Larry got conceived. So Barry Bonchek drops out of Kent State University in 1962 to marry her, and it wasn't his son, but he's a good man. He would have got drafted into the Cleveland Indians. He was a great catcher and a great hitter, great athlete. But Estelle Bonchek ruined that. She ruined it, and she thinks it's funny because she got him, and he's a good man. So it's not fair. It's not fair. And Larry's a good man. He really struggled. He ran away from home. He did drugs, and so I really like Larry. I'm allowed to say his name, and so, you know, then his brother was born about 3 years later, and so there it was very difficult. So Barry gambled, and then when I came into the picture in 1983, he really liked me. So, but then Estelle just ruined. She doesn't like me. She hates me. So she's getting what she wants. She's probably on her way to go to dinner at Walden or somewhere because Barry does that. He's very generous, and I'm pretty sure he still works. He's a salesman, but I think she's a money launderer. It was at Key Bank. I believe she poisoned and murdered her father, Herman Gladstein, in Cleveland Heights, because Larry, because Larry was with Pat, and Pat was the drug addict. Pat was a terrible, like, Vietnamese woman, and she was doing terrible things, living rent free and terrorizing Herman Gladstein. So Estelle wanted the house, so she poisoned. I believe, she poisoned her father, and then she got the house and all of his memorabilia. And so, because then she just likes to go on her vacations and do whatever she wants. So she got that. And then and then she wanted to put Belle in Judson Institution, which she did. Because my mom took care of her at Judson. My mom was like a nurse's aide. So, my mom told me that, Belle was sort of implying that is what Estelle did to her husband, Herman. And because she lived until she was 98. So my mom told me that. And so, it's like these things could be investigated, by the authorities. That's in Aurora. Walden's in Aurora, but this is like, but Barry should call the police on Estelle and Erica Schmidt. Um and my his second son's, oh, actually, also Liz Bonchek is an evil person. She's a liar and she's a nurse, and so she does illegal things with pharmaceuticals. She actually admitted that in 2019 to us in our house in Bainbridge, 8145 Wisteria. She told us. Yeah. I mean, like, so I got stalked and followed by the FBI since 2020. So why is the FBI not arresting Liz Bonchek and Erica Schmidt and Vermillion and Estelle Bonchek? Just those three. And then, because my second ex, Larry's brother, that should be, I really think most of the women in Jackson Township should be cuffed out and then put them in that Stark County jail right there. So it would be, but this is like, okay, so they're going to maybe let me do this on Facebook, and I'm not. Donald Trump got canceled for life on Facebook because he was saying bad things and he was violating community standards. So far, I haven't cussed, have I? I'm not violating community standards. I'm explaining something before I go for a walk. And so, because I need to get a job, I'm stressed. And I just got terrorized. I looked at Howard Stern. He's talking to some musician and talking about songwriting. And then these two women, a Kim and a Nancy, they telecommunications harassed me and us by their posts. They shouldn't be allowed to be free. These women they're losers, and most Kims and Nancys are terrible, terrible. Like I said, I don't know any good females personally. I have one friend here on Facebook that she has a sunflower dress on, and she seems fine. She's not going to hurt me. She's not bad. But all other women are very, very bad and deserve to be punished now. Like Greta Thunberg, that she's been doing whatever she wants. I think she's in Switzerland, but she travels a lot, and she should go to prison for life, and she should be in segregation with no tablet, no commissary. And this, she's been doing that for over, for a long time. And so, but if Greta's father or whatever doesn't call the police, the father of her could call the police and have her arrested but these men aren't going to do it. They're not going to do it, are they? No, they're not, but they need to. And so the Truth Social, I'm not productive there because Donald Trump will not do it. He should do it. Or Eric Trump. Lara Trump has lied and just continues. She's got her show. Eric Trump. And then, Donald Trump Jr. should call that Kimberly Guilfoyle. That bitch should be, it's like, but these men won't do it. So if we could get one man to do it and set a precedent, set an example, that's why Leonardo DiCaprio didn't get married. And so, the reason why uh, Robert De Niro's son got autism is because he married a black woman with very, very bad DNA and very, very bad blood, who took the son to the doctor. It was so stupid. And then, so that's also too, like, I've said this all. Okay, here's another one. This is maybe what should happen. This would be a good example. So Akron, the I Promise School, that place needs to be rated. So if you set an example and say, LeBron's not there, he's in LA, you're on the road. So Gloria Marie James is a whore and a rapist. She raped, LeBron James's father when he was 10 years old, Roland Bivens, Anthony McClelland. So he's still alive and doing well, I think. And so, but the I Promise School is a human trafficking organization. So they're using LeBron James to do whatever they want to do in Akron. So if Kash Patel and Tom Homan and the FBI raids the I Promise School, for example, they're very, very bad. Very, very bad. So, and then, because most of the, and then, just Akron is all bad. Stark County is all very, very bad. Canton, Jacksontown. Okay, so but start with the I Promise School and set an example. Because if the example's there, then maybe Donald Trump will do something. And then my second ex-husband and his father, Barry Bonchak, could also, I know my second ex-husband loves me. He doesn't love the third wife, and he didn't love the first wife. He told me. I said, then why did you marry her? He's like, because I was afraid I wouldn't find anyone else. And I'm like, okay, well, that's sad, but like, I get it. Men don't want to be alone. So I'm strong. I don't have a problem being alone. And, Jay Tebow's Nicole, she fucked another guy and got pregnant. So he married her and thought it was his kid. It's just, that's how these bitches roll. My sister, though, didn't do that. She did, I'll give her credit. She did get an abortion in 1987 in California. That's how I found out I was Rh negative. But, she fucked a Sicilian guy named Joey, who she really loved, because he gave her a lot of cocaine and a job at the cafe in Cleveland Heights. So she didn't even tell him. She did a Chris Evert. She just aborted the baby without even asking what Joey wanted to do. That's what Chris Evert did to Jimmy Connors. Jimmy Connors wrote a book about it, and then Chris Evert got really upset. Well, fuck you, Chris Evert. You're a murderer, just like my sister, Vicky McCrone. So I think, okay, maybe you, Chris Evert, and my sister don't have to go to jail because you just own it and redemption, repent, and stay home. Stay home. Don't go anywhere. Get your groceries delivered. You're terrible. Your pussies are stinky, nasty. You have your eyes are the devil. You're demonically possessed. And you're losers, and you're so jealous of me. And so I feel more calm. I hope this makes sense, but I think that would sort of, like setting a precedence. Like, so the FBI raids the I Promise School, and it's like trickle down economics. And I like with Donald Trump, and who's the best. And I said it's a three-way tie. The Bushes were the trickle-down economics. Obama was the hope. And, Laura Bush is a loser, and Barbara's dead. And so, and the Bush twins, those are IVF twins. And so it's just, George is doing the best he can, George W. And so, but he's not, Laura doesn't need to go to jail. So not all females need to go to jail, but many do. So, yeah, so this should make sense.